Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. And you join us with our beavers having a lovely time zipping up and down the wires here. Look at them. Absolutely loving it. But life can't be all fun and games. We are in the start of a drought. I think it was 6 days, so we've only got 5.5 days left. I think we'll probably be alright. We've got our aquatic farmhouse in and active here. We are planting Spadderdock in this area. It was mentioned that I should have, if I do this, I should have placed this on higher platforms next to the bridge here. Yeah, I absolutely should have done. Yeah, completely. But it's okay. We're not losing that much space. And there's plenty of space there. They're probably not even going to be able to keep all of this harvested as we go along anyway. Not that it's switched on at the moment, but that's where we are. We are pootling along. We've got ourselves over here a little chestnut patch. We've filled up this storage over here. We filled up our gatherer flag here. So I am putting in down here another grill, so we can focus on getting some grilled chestnuts as well. No storage for them at the moment, but we can remedy that sooner or later. Up here, we have a bunch of building work going on. We've got this water wheel that's just hopefully going to get the last couple of logs, and then it will likely be built in the morning. Oh, shockingly, they managed it before the end of the day. That's good. All right. We can get rid of those stairs because we don't need to get down there now. But we do want to connect these up power-wise. Now, we could just use normal power shafts and then come across into a vertical one here. Or we could use vertical shafts all the way along, which means we can build on top should we need to without bothering to put in platforms above it. So yes, I think we'll do that. So we'll connect all of those up like so and bring that up to the right level there. And along here I was thinking that we were going to have power shafts spreading along here, but again, if we use vertical power shafts like so, we'll be able to get another windmill on top there. And then we would need basically to come out to here and bring those up like that. So let's do that and then get a platform in there and we'll connect up like so. We will still need another shaft on there to connect that up, but then we can just build another windmill in there and on there, and in theory down here as well. Yeah. So that's that. We are going to need... What are we looking at? We've literally just planted these, so 12 days, that's going to be well after the end of the drought there, but we are going to need a grill set aside for those as well. We might be able to alternate between the chestnuts and the Spadderdock in one of these. Potatoes we are pretty much full on. Yep. Yeah, alright. We're doing alright. We've got some sunflowers to harvest there. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have too many problems with this drought. If this starts getting a little bit low, which it shouldn't do in 5 days, but it might do. We have a little bit of water stored up here that we can release through this channel to top it up. We'll see how that goes. But as I said, we might not need it. It might not drain enough. We do have 2 water pumps in there, so it might do. We'll have to see. I've turned off these, so they're the only water pumps we're operating on, but we have 1,200 water in storage. So again, we should be okay. Oh, we've had a few beavers grow up. A couple of beavers grow up there. So we've got 5 unemployed, 6 children currently, only 1 spare bed. I'll leave it for the moment, I think. Yeah, I won't put any more housing in for the moment. We have obviously 5 bits of industry down here, 5 workplaces down here to open up once the drought is over. Yeah, I think we should be okay. It's going to take a lot of building, and it was mentioned that I should probably swap this pylon for another station. So I think we can probably do that. So if we stick ourselves a station in there, and then we'll basically mirror this zipline. I think these stations can have 2 connections. So we'll connect up to there and use that to connect up to there, and then we'll remove that pylon. It shouldn't, I don't think, extend their travel time. So if they're going from there down to there, they should still be able to pass through without pausing. That's my understanding anyway. Yeah, all right. Okay. As I say, we've got a lot of building to get on with. We've got 4.5 days left of the drought. Let's see how it goes. 3 days left of the drought then, so we are halfway through, or just over halfway through now. We're making good progress on these power connections here. We're nearly done. Yeah, it looks like we've just got these 4 left to do. We haven't started on our zipline station yet, but our grill is in down here. So I am going to stick a platform on there and some steps up there. And we'll pop in some storage space up here for grilled chestnuts. Okay, so that's another source of food. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. We've got grilled potatoes, we've got berries, carrots, sunflower seeds occasionally. They go very, very quickly, though. It's very difficult to build up a stock of these. I think these are kind of their favoured foods. But yeah, so we've now got 5 sources of food for them. So that's pretty good for us. Yeah, everything's going fine. I did mention before about coming over here and doing something with this, and I do think that's probably a good idea. I assume that when the bad tide is... when the bad water is flowing, it comes out through into this channel, and then down through here, meeting up with the fresh water from this side. What have we got? Oh, there's another gap there as well. Alright, so it probably just comes straight out of here, doesn't it? Okay. Okay. Is it better that... I mean, it probably is, isn't it? It's better to block that up. Force the water out, the bad water out this way. Block this off. And remove these... we'd need dynamite, wouldn't we? Unless we put double levees in there and took away those blockages. Oh, I suppose we could put double levees in just about anywhere, couldn't we? As long as it focuses it this way. Because then that would just dump into that deeper canyon there. And I assume, yeah, just straight off the map. Alright. That's an idea, isn't it? Yeah, we'll look at that after the drought, maybe. I'll set this up so we can actually get down here. In fact, we can come down just there, can't we? Bring this path along there. Like so. And just get some steps up onto that section there. And then we just want to sort of fill this hole in with levees, wouldn't we, really? Yeah, that would be... That's going to be problematic, isn't it? We're going to have to do it during the drought. Because otherwise we're going to get flooded by bad water. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's a way we can do this. I mean, there kind of is, isn't there? We could put double floodgates in there. And just close it up. That's a waste of resources. No, it's a waste of resources. We won't do that. I think we'll wait until we've got all this built. And then we'll set it up. Bit by bit. So, yeah, we'll wait until that's built. That's what we'll do there. We'll just wait. Be patient, John. Be patient. Okay, looks like all this is built. We are getting no wind. Not entirely surprising. We are working on our zipline station. We need 40 planks. We have none. We've gone through all of our planks. All right. Not ideal. Let's... Oh, okay. Yeah, we haven't left ourselves a lot of room here, have we? All right, let's stick that on like that. At least when the wind is blowing or the bad water is flowing, we'll get some power through there. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna struggle to get a lot of stuff fitted up here, aren't we? We are going to want storage up here as well for planks. Not a lot of space at all. Alright, let's get it in there. That can be storage for planks there. Your logs. Are we low on logs? Yeah, we're not great for logs. Right, all of that has been cut down. We are waiting for it to be replanted. Alright, I'll make sure that is actually being replanted in the morning. There we go. The drought is over. As expected, we did fine. We didn't drain all the water out of here, so I didn't need to top it up with anything from here. We can drop that down to about 0.8 again. And as that fills up, that will start filtering through. We did get through all of the water in here. I opened up this section in here and let out what was in there. And we got through that as well. It's fine. It's all fine. We are still having a shortage of logs. We need 4 more to finish the zipline station here. We currently have... oops. No wind. We did briefly have some wind. But then the wind stopped. Oh well. Sooner or later we'll start getting some bad water through here. So that will help. Because it will start turning these wheels. And it honestly doesn't really matter if it floods. It shouldn't do. And if it does, it's just going to be providing more power, hopefully. Yeah. Wind is always problematic. There isn't enough wind really on these maps to make windmills particularly worthwhile. Especially not these smaller ones. The larger ones are slightly better, but we're a little bit off them yet. I think we need paper for those, don't we? Where are we? Yeah, planks, paper and gears. And we are a little bit off of bothering to make paper. There's other things that we want to make first, ideally. Okay, so everything is going okay. We've got a start made on these steps down here. Obviously, we can't get any further because we don't have any planks. But now the water is about to start flowing through here. I'm going to turn on... Yeah, I'm going to turn on the 2 lumber mills, leave the gear workshop off for the moment. We've got 1 spare beaver, 2 children, 3 bed spaces. Not ideal. There we go, the water started moving there, so we're going to start getting some planks produced there, so that should finish off our... Oh, and the wind's picked up there, so that should finish off our building projects relatively quickly. Yeah, I'm just wondering, is it worth adding more housing in? Possibly. Yeah, we're going to want more beavers. So yeah, let's bring that to there. No, we will bring it one further. We'll bring it one further to there, because that leaves a space there to A, get across into this area should we need to, which means we don't need to bother building stairs up from this area. They can just come up here. Alternatively, we could put some decorations in that area and boost these houses, but we'll... I don't know. I'll likely leave that for a path and then put decorations around... oops. Yeah, put decorations around the housing rather than on top. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Okay, so yeah, the water's flowing through here nicely. It's now flowing through here nicely. I should probably set those floodgates as well so we don't have any problems. Alright. Okay, so our zipline station is in. Let's demolish that pylon. There we go. Hopefully we didn't, like, lose any beavers. So, we need 1 more plank there, 1 more plank there. Come on, let's get these done first so we can actually start storing some grilled chestnuts. Because we have quite a few chestnuts in stock, but we can't grill them because the grill is full. Oh, we're out of wind again. Not to worry. How far off are we? Oh, there we go. The bad water started flowing down here, so that should be in a couple of minutes. You know, a couple of minutes of my time. Should get down to here and start turning those. It's probably going to be morning by the time it gets here. Yeah, you're going to be waiting for a while because we're trying to get planks up together. It's fine. These should be producing. There shouldn't be any problems. Oh, there we go. We've got these completed now. Where's our unconnected building? Oh, it's just the lodge. Yes, I know all about that. Come on, John. Pay attention. Okay, so now that's getting done. Right. I'll spin on for a couple of days then. We want to build up our stock of planks and gears. We have 66 gears in stock, so it's not too bad. I'm going to turn on one of these water pumps. That's wiped out our availables. We do still have 10 workers in the hauling post, so anything else we'll take from there, which I must remember. I keep forgetting we've got those. So we essentially still have 10 spare workers. Okay. Okay, yes. I think we're all right. I'll spin on. Okay, day 4. The water's all returned. We haven't got any flooding problems, so that's good. Up here, we do actually have wind for a change, and each of these are producing about 107 horsepower, which is nice. Each of these wheels is producing around 190 horsepower. So we have a total power production of 582. Now that the wind has stopped again. So that's more than enough to keep these two buildings supplied with power. They only need 250. So we can definitely get a bit more industry up here. Definitely nothing stopping us doing that. Okay. Down here, I have made the sensible choice and moved this aquatic farmhouse. We've started planting cattail on here because it looks like we finished planting the Spadderdock. But I'm putting in over this side a bit of storage. So we're going to have ourselves a medium warehouse over here. And that is going to be storing cattail roots. There we go. I wonder if it's worth... probably not. I'm just wondering if it's A, worth, and B, possible to get a zipline station down here. I don't know that it's going to be. I mean, not without sacrificing a bit of space, anyway. But that way we could take the cattail route straight from there, straight up to the grist mill, which is going to be up here. Are we going to be able to? Let's have a look. We should be able to figure this out, shouldn't we? If we get a pylon... Alright, okay. We might be able to get away with it. Yeah, not down there. But maybe... Maybe we could get a station up on there and connect to that one. That might not be a terrible idea. Is that a terrible idea? That feels like it might be a terrible idea. I don't know, I'm having second thoughts all of a sudden now. I mean, I suppose we could put it on platforms there, couldn't we? And just sort of lift it up one. It might not be enough, actually. Oh, maybe. Looks like we've got a clear connection at that height. All right, go on. Let's try that. Let's put some... Let's have a look. We'll put some steps up there. And we'll get that in there like that, and that in there like that. And then we'll stick a station in there. And then we should be able to connect to that. Apparently we can. Alright, that should work. Hopefully that should work. I mean, we are basically just sort of daisy chaining these stations together. Hopefully, yeah, it does look like they can pass straight through, so that shouldn't be a problem. So they should be able to go straight from there all the way up to here, where we're going to have our grist mill. Which is 180 science. We have 10 times that amount. Only uses 60 horsepower, but we can stick that on like that. And then we will just, I guess, connect it up around the back like that. That's easy enough, isn't it? Okay, right. Okay, you are going to concentrate on cattail, please, because there's some there for you to start harvesting. Okay, I'll spin on the next couple of days. We shouldn't get a drought or bad tide warning for at least a week, I wouldn't have thought. But we'll have to see. Start of day 9. We're doing all right. We've got a new well-being high score of 13, which is lovely. We've got grilled Spadderdock on the menu, which is nice. We do have a little bit of cattail flour, just from the first few roots that were harvested that were planted by this farmhouse over here. So I think we had something like, well, I guess 36 cattail roots over there. We've got our zipline station in over here, and that seems to be working absolutely fine. I've put in some storage down here for cattail flour. My thinking is that I'm going to put the bakery in around here as well. I mean, there's no reason I shouldn't just put that in now, is there? Where shall I put that? Let's put that up there, I think. And then we can sort of fill this with cattail flour and then build on top of that with more storage. In terms of the actual product, we're going to be making cattail crackers. And we'll want storage down here. I've put in some storage for grilled Spadderdock up here, but we're going to want a bit more, I think. So let's start a new stack just in there. And hopefully we're not going to need to worry about getting in the way of this zipline station. Yeah, I think we're doing all right there. Okay. So, yeah, so I want to come in and block this off, but I mean, it's obviously going to be the case that as soon as I do that, we're going to get a bad tide. Or as soon as I want to do that, we're going to get a bad tide. We're not going to be able to do it during a drought. So, I mean, I guess I could just start it, couldn't I? No. We don't have the logs for it at the moment. We only have 41 logs in total. So I think we're going to need some more tree planting. Or at least some more tree cutting. Tell you what, for the meantime, let's get across here. Do I want to bother with overhangs? What would I need? 4 would be enough, wouldn't it? All right, okay. We'll do that. Were we in there? I think we were. No, we were one next to it. All right, fair enough. We'll go in there. And put that across like so. All right, and bring a path up to there. And we'll bring a lumberjack flag in right there to just clear all of this out. This whole lot, dead trees and all. Oops. All right, well, we'll do it this way. There you go, dead trees and all, everything's getting cut. I think that's everything there. Yeah, all right, we can clear this cutting order as well, can't we? We don't need this anymore. There we are. Oh, and this as well. Get rid of all that malarkey. There we go. That's all of it gone, I think. Yep. Okay. Good. Right. I mean, I suppose I could get another lumberjack up here and just clear this out as well, couldn't I? We've already done it once, but just left a couple there to regrow. So let's do the same thing. Let's mark that to cut. We'll pop a lumberjack in there. No good selected. Where are you? You are going to be storing... What are you going to be storing? You are going to be storing... There we are. Cattail crackers. Have we already made some? Oh yeah, we are in the process of making some from the handful of cattail flour we had. That's nice. And we get 4 for each one. Alright, that's worthwhile, isn't it? How far off are we? Yeah, 4 days or so. Let's pause you. And we'll pause you as well. There we go. That gives us a couple of spares. Oh, and we got a well-being of 14. Somebody ate a cattail cracker, obviously. Okay, I will spin on now to the start of the drought, I think. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get some trees in soon. We're waiting for planks. Oh, it's unstoppable. We've got some planks in, so that should be fine. Metal blocks we should be okay for. Logs, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the problem, isn't it? Oh well. I'll spin on to the start of the drought and we'll see how we're doing then. Okay, it is the end of the day on day 13. As you can see, we've got a bad tide arriving in the morning. So I'm going to close that floodgate completely. I'm going to switch off this water pump and this water pump. And then, I mean, there's not a lot else I can do to prepare, really. I need to wait until this starts getting contaminated before I switch these floodgates over. Yeah, I think we're going to lose those trees, which is unfortunate. We could have cut those down, but oh well. Bit late now. I think we do definitely want some more tree planting somewhere. I suspect we're going to want to actually irrigate an area. Like, deliberately irrigate it rather than sort of coincidentally. I mean, if we are blocking this, or planning on blocking this off, we could move down here and get some more planting in down here, couldn't we? We'd want another zipline, probably. Yeah. I guess we could stick it out here somewhere. And then try and avoid that medium tank. Or maybe over here would be better. And just cut straight across that way. Don't know. We'll have to think about that. We'll have to figure out what we're doing with this. Because I do want to sort of shut this off. And get the bad water coming out this way. And then down off the map that way. I think that's definitely worthwhile. Oh, we've actually got some cattail roots. Tell you what. Let's turn you on. Alright, how long is this bad tide going to be? It's our first bad tide on, you know, cycle 7. So we've done pretty well. Let's just see how long it's going to be. 1 day. I mean... yeah, alright. We'll close that. And we'll just open that and let all that flow out. I'm not worried about running out of water for a 1 day bad tide. I mean... this is probably all going to die. The contamination is likely to kill that. We'll see. I mean, it will probably all die, but we'll see. Everything should be fine. I forgot to close that up. I'll have to remember that next time. I mean, for a 1 day bad tide, it's not worth worrying about at all. Still not a huge number of logs, unfortunately. Yeah, we are still cutting logs up here. I think we've probably finished. Yeah, you've got nothing to do. Let's pause you again. That barely took you any time at all. I wonder if... could we get away with putting a tree cutting area in here? If we got rid of that, so we're not drawing water out of this area. Don't know. Don't really know. We'll have to think about that. Anyway, yeah, I say one day bad tide is not going to bother us at all. I might as well, I guess, skip on until the fresh water returns. That's probably either mildly contaminated or fresh water at pressure. Let's have a look. Mildly contaminated. Ever so mildly contaminated. So maybe close that up a little bit earlier next time. Okay. Yeah, I'll spin on to the start of the freshwater cycle. There we go. The bad tide is over. Does it even need to be said? Let's see how badly this is going to spray. Oh, quite badly. Let's shut that up a little bit more. Hopefully that won't be... Oh, that does look a little bit too contaminated for my liking, honestly. Yeah, that's not good. Right, let's drop it completely and hope some fresh water washes that out. Doesn't look like anybody is exposed. And it looks like most of the flooding is going from up here. Down here, not so much. Let's drop that quite a lot to try and flush out some of that bad water, shall we? Yeah, definitely want to close that up earlier. Again, it doesn't look like... Ah, spoke too soon. Beaver is unwell. Alright. You need paper and dandelions. Alright. Okay. Alright, but that is now washing out of there fairly well. That's alright. Let's turn our lumber mills back on. Okay, so yeah, definitely close that up earlier. I'll swap these around. Set that up to 0.8, I guess will be fine. Yeah, definitely close that earlier. Make sure it's filled with nothing but fresh water. Okay, we need... What do we need? We need a forester. Alright. Now, this forester has a bit of reach. There we go. Yeah, but not a lot of space. Alright. No, we're going to have to build another one. Let's get ourselves a forester up here. We'll need a paper mill, so we'll have to unlock that. And stick that on there. 250 science. Alright. We'll do that. We've just about got everything we need for that, I think. We'll need to switch our gear workshop back on. There we go. So we'll switch off one of these lumber mills. Switch on the water pumps. Okay, right. So now we want to plant some dandelions. And we'll just, I guess, fill that little area there. That should be fine, shouldn't it? Storage-wise, we'll get a couple of small warehouses in there for dandelions that I can't see. There they are. There we go. Do we need a gatherer for those? I suppose we will, won't we? Alright, so let's get rid of this lumberjack flag. And we'll replace it with a gatherer. There we go. And you are going to concentrate on dandelions. Okay. So, paper. Good. Dandelions. Good. Herbalist, where are you? You're in well-being, aren't you? Herbalist, 300 science. Alright. Gears and planks, we can probably do that. Let's stick you up there. Now, what storage do we need for medicine? I've got a feeling... Yeah, antidote goes in liquid storage. So we'll get ourselves, I mean, I guess a medium tank would be sensible, wouldn't it? All right, let's build ourselves a medium tank, and we'll aim to fill that with antidote. All right. Oh, we'll need storage for paper as well. All right. If we put that down here, I don't know if we need a warehouse or a pile. Hang on. A warehouse. So if we put those down here, they just need to hop into the zipline station, down to here, put it in storage. And then the herbalist can come across and grab it as and when it's needed. All right. Okay, I think we did all right there, even with the mild poisoning that occurred. I will bring this up again to 0.8. That's probably where we had it last time. And I really do want to get this filled in, but let's start with that. Yeah. All right, there we go. I have to zoom in a little bit closer here, otherwise I can't build. But we'll bring the path along like that. Hopefully that won't... No, that one levee there isn't going to be too much to overflow that. But we will put one in there as well. And then we're going to have to be very careful about actually filling this in, because it's just going to spill out over this. Unless... No, hang on. Okay, yeah. If we put too high there, steps in there, hopefully it should be able to do it without getting flooded. We'll see. We'll get a levee in. I don't know why I've paused it. We'll get a levee in there. And then there's just those two. Come on. There we are. Just those two spaces there. Yeah, we should be all right. Bringing it up to that level will help it feed out that way anyway. It will be split over both, presumably. All right, yeah, we'll do that. But that will be next episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Am I being ridiculous? Am I doing this entirely the wrong way? That seems to make sense to me, to block that off, send it that way. To start with, that will just send it around on the loop and bring it back out down here. But then we can come across and get levees across here and divert it down that way. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. It really does help the channel out. Please give us any comments down below, and please join us next time. Till then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.